Hey guys, welcome to Theme Day 1. So today what we are going to do is we're going to try to use details from a story and about the character to try to determine what the theme is in our literature. So I'm just going to start off by reading you a little picture book, and this one's a fun one. I like to read it a lot. So the name of it is Peter's Chair. It's by Ezra Jack Keats. All right, here we go. Sorry. Maybe. Yeah, that's right. First page. Peter stretched as high as he could. There, his tall building was finished. Back in here where you can see a little better. Crash! Down it came. Shh! Called his mother. You'll have to play more quietly. Remember, we have a new baby in the house. Peter looked into his sister Susie's room. His mother was fussing around the cradle. That's my cradle, he thought, and they painted it pink. Hi, Peter, said his father. Would you like to help paint your sister's high chair? That's my high chair, whispered Peter. He saw his crib and muttered, my crib. They painted it pink, too. Not far away stood his old chair. They didn't paint that yet. Peter shouted. I didn't shout that, did I? He picked it up and he ran to his room. Let's run away, Willie, he said. Peter filled a shopping bag with cookies and dog biscuits. We'll take my blue chair, my toy crocodile, and a picture of me when I was a baby. Willie got his bone. They went outside and stood in front of his house. This is a good place, said Peter. He arranged his things very nicely and decided to sit in his chair for a while. But he couldn't fit in his chair. He was way too big. His mother came to the window and called, Won't you come back to us, Peter, dear? We have something very special for lunch. Peter and Willie made believe that they didn't hear, but Peter did get an idea. Soon his mother saw signs that Peter was home. That rascal is hiding behind the curtains, she said happily. She removed the curtain away, but he wasn't there. Here I am, shouted Peter. Peter sat in a grown-up chair. His father sat next to him. Daddy, said Peter, let's paint the little chair pink for Susie. And they did. Okay, so in this story, we're going to look and see if we can figure out some themes. Now, later on, we'll be applying these themes to larger works of literature for novels, okay, and short stories and other things. But this is a good way for us to get an example in. So I have this piece of paper that you should all have. If you are in my classroom, you're going to have this piece of paper, and you can just look down it. If you are in distance learning, it will be in your Google Classroom just attached, okay? So there's lots of different themes here, and I'm not going to explain them all to you. But what I am going to tell you is if you come to a word that you don't know. So acceptance, you guys kind of know what acceptance is, right? Acceptance is when you decide something's okay. You may not like it at first, but you decide it's okay. You know what adoption is. Ambition, that's kind of a hard word for me. I can't really remember ambition. So I'm not going to use my computer tonight because that's not going to help you much to see that. But I went to www.dictionary.com. And when I got there, right here at the top, it says definition. Right beside definition, I'm going to type in the word ambition. A-N-B-I-T-I-O-N. And I'm going to hit search. Okay. And then this is what comes up. And I don't know if you can see all that. There we go. It has the long definition, and it also has a sentence with it. Really, you can kind of look at ambition. They're probably using it more as a noun. But basically, it's when you're seeking after something that you want. You just keep working at something because you want something really big. Like you might have an ambition to be a doctor when you grow up, or a lawyer, or something that takes a lot of school and a lot of effort. Okay, so that might be a big ambition. Okay, you might have an ambition to have straight A's this year. That may be something that you really work at. Okay, so I'm not going over all these words, as I said, but like apathy is when you just really don't care that much. You know what art is and beauty. Betrayal. Ooh. Betrayal is when you think that you trust somebody and then they go behind your back or maybe even to your face and do something that really hurts you or hurts your feelings, but you weren't expecting that. So that's betrayal. Okay. Birth, bravery, change. There's lots of different themes here. Okay. So today we're going to make this a little easier on all of us. We are not going to cut and glue this. We're going to leave it just like this. You'll have holes punched on the side if you're in my classroom. If you're a distance learner, you're going to write on it with Cami, or you can print it out and take a picture. It's your choice. So we're going to start off by writing. We're going to do this a little different than what it shows, okay? So what we're going to start off with by writing is the name of this book that we read, and that is Peter's Chair. Okay, so I'm going to write Peter's Chair. So we're going to do this a little bit different than the paper asks us to. Peter's Chair. Okay, so now I'm going to go to some of these themes, and I'm going to write down some of these themes that I see in the story. Okay, and so I know right away I have the theme of birth, right? Because he had a new sister. Yeah, so there was a little bit about birth there, not a whole lot. What about acceptance? Did he finally decide that, yeah, he really was a big kid? So I think I put acceptance. You can see I'm just writing these words as I say them. Birth, acceptance. Let's see some other. There's a whole bunch in this one. Change. Did Peter have to deal with change? He did. Now, should I write down a word that I don't know the meaning? Never. You have to look up the meaning. You have to know. Okay. I think probably a little bit of cooperation. You could use that. I'm not going to write that one. Looking else to see, and I'm writing backwards here. I'm reading backwards. Family. Family is a pretty important theme in here because Peter had to accept that he had a new baby and that new baby was part of the family. Okay. I would like for you to take just a few minutes, and I would like for you to look through here and see if you can find at least 2 more themes that might apply to the story. Okay. And I'm going to be checking these when I take up your notebooks on Friday. However, if you would like to talk about it with me before that, I would love to talk with you about it so that we make sure that we're all doing this correctly, because tomorrow we're going to pick up and we're going to do theme day 2. Okay. So before I wind this up, pause. There's something else that theme is not the main idea or topic. I knew there was something I wanted to add to that. Theme is not, right at the bottom of the page, the main idea or topic. And here in just a few minutes, someone's going to say, Miss Christy, do we have to write that on our page too? Yes, you do. Theme is not the main idea or topic. Okay. Theme is what the story is, what it's making you think about, what you're learning from the book, or what it makes you think about. It is not the main idea or main topic. Okay, so that's very important to know. So take a few minutes, if you would please, and complete this activity by writing at least 2 more themes that you can see on that list. I think you can find 2 easily. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later.